Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Aimless Podcast. Today, it's just gonna be Jason and me again, taking it back to
Yo, yo,
traditional.
yo.
Honestly, dude, we were kind of thinking about this, and I'm honestly just down to talk about some crazy fucking stories we've had. Just
Yep. This
because
is
I
gonna
feel like that's
be
something that I feel like everyone on their mothers has had their fair share of interesting stories, ones they can just like look back on and think, what the fuck were we thinking? You know what I mean? I have
yeah.
plenty. Trust me. I know you do too.
So pretty much in the Amos podcast, we're probably gonna have a lot of episodes where the episode's gonna just strictly be just random stories that like about
Yeah.
like this all of us and shit, which is gonna be dope. And we wrote some topics down here. We're gonna talk about death experiences, like near death experiences first.
So
Uh
yeah, we'll go into near death. Then we're gonna talk about just overall embarrassing stories, and then the third one is just funny stories, like just absolutely hilarious ones we've had.
fuck yeah. Alright, you wanna start off with the death experience or do you want me to start off?
All right, I'll start. Okay, look, I'll start death, but you start embarrassing, okay?
I got you. I got you.
Because that my embarrassing one, I almost don't even want to say it, bro. But okay.
I got
Uh,
a death experience. I got a couple actually.
yeah. All right. Think about
Yeah,
which one you want to choose, and I'll talk about mine.
go for it.
So okay, I've had plenty of death experiences. I'm not trying to brag or make that into like a flex because it's I already know, man. It's crazy, okay? It's just something that gets stuck in your mind and like honestly to this day I still think about it, right?
Yeah.
But a little backstory, right? This happened to me when I was I want to say first grade. So I'm drawing blanks, but how old were you when you're like in first grade?
Like
Like
6 or 7.
around, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say to make myself look okay or better, I'm gonna say I was 8.
Okay. Wait, you're talking
Okay.
about death experience, right?
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna give a little backstory so it makes sense.
Okay, I got you. Go, go, go.
So, first grade, right? I remember we finished class and school was over. Like we were about to hit summer vacation, and I had this one buddy of mine in the class who passed out like these little like note cards to all the students and even the teacher too. And inside the note, it pretty much was inviting the entire class to like a little pool party that he was gonna hold at his house. And so, everyone was, like, excited, everyone was like, "Oh, dude, this is dope, like, what a great way to start the summer," and all that. And, we were all excited, you know what I mean? It was, pool party at a friend's house, it's gonna be awesome, right? The only problem I had was I didn't know how to swim, and,
Yeah. Oh no.
uh, so that was my issue, I didn't know how to swim for my life, bro. If you threw me in a pool, I'm saying my prayers. So And the thing is, I didn't wanna admit it, right? I felt so bad because I was like, "Dude, everyone around me is just so, like, so good at swimming." Everyone I knew kids who were, like, fucking 4 years old, and they were already swimming like goddamn Olympians. And I just felt so bad, and I never wanted to make it noticeable, right? But whatever. Anyways, I still wanted to go. I didn't wanna be that one kid that just didn't show up to the pool party. And so, I remember my mom, she picks me up from school. I show her the note. She was like, "Oh, okay, Charlie, that's fine, but, like, is it gonna be okay? Like, you don't know how to swim." And I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry. I'm sure the pool is not gonna be that deep. Like, it'll be fine." A little foreshadowing about what's about to happen. And so the day comes, and my mom takes me to my friend's house, and I remember in the back seat, like, in the trunk, she packed my little, those, like, life vests? The ones you usually wear, like, when you're gonna go, like, out into the ocean or something, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, so I had one of those, right? But when I tell you, I was so embarrassed wearing that fucking thing. It just kind of painted me as like, "Yeah, I don't know how to swim, guys. I'm sorry. I'm that kid." And I hated wearing it, man. It always made me so embarrassed. I always felt like a loser wearing that shit. And so
I mean, bro, you couldn't swim. I mean, like.
I know, but I hated that about myself. I didn't know how to swim. So I told my mom, I was like, "Mom, why'd you bring that?" And he was like, "Charlie, you don't know how to swim. Of course I better bring it to you." I'm like, "No, mom, keep that shit in the trunk. Like, we don't need." I obviously didn't say that to her like that, uh, but and so so I'm like, "Mom, just please leave it. Like, I don't want to. Don't embarrass me, man. Come on, gosh." And so so she was like, "Okay, whatever, fine." So then we hop out of the car, we go in the backyard, everyone's there, and everyone's having a good time. My mom's sitting around talking with the other the other parents of my friends and all that. And everything's chilling. It's good vibes. I meet with some of my friends. We're just chilling in the pool, swimming, playing like little like fucking Marco Polo or whatever. And then here's the thing: what caught me by surprise was definitely how like the pool seemed like it wasn't that deep, right? Because I got in, there was no issues. I mean, I was able to stand uh in the pool without like any issues or whatever. And I was like looking around, man. Dude, I swear to God, no one had one of those life jackets or floaties or none of that shit, man. They were all experts. Just made
Yeah.
me feel even worse, right? It made me feel even fucking worse. But whatever, man. I was standing my ground. I kind of looked like I knew how to swim, right? I wasn't struggling anytime. But of course, shit has to hit the fan, and shit hit the fan really fucking quick. So I was chilling with my friends there, and I remember I think we were playing like a little tag game or something in the water, and I was trying to get away from the tagger, and I was trying to run and run, and then out of nowhere, my foot just slipped, right? And
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit, what the hell?" Like I slipped in like while I was in the pool. It turns out that the pool, especially since a lot of pools are like this, like there's like the little shallow area, the one where you can kind of like stand on and be fine, and then there's like the deep end of the pool, right?
Mhm.
There's like a little fucking thing that like cuts it off, but like you can like slide right off of it, which is what happened to me.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like not even 10 seconds ago, I was chilling, vibing, and now all of a sudden, I'm underneath the water and I can't breathe.
Jesus.
And dude, it hit me so fast. Like all of a sudden, I'm just underneath the water. And obviously, I was still young, so I don't remember exactly how deep it was, but it felt deep as hell, dude. It felt like the pool just went from being like 2 to 3 feet deep to like 8 feet deep all of a sudden.
Oh
And I
my
was just like,
god.
whoa, dude. Like I couldn't feel the ground. I started panicking. She was going crazy. And like I remember just opening my eyes, looking around, like swerving to the left, swerving to the right. And like I didn't know how to swim. So I'm just kind of like panicking there, not moving and shit. And then um I remember, dude, like I was starting to running out of breath, and I'm like, oh my God, dude, like, is this really like where it's gonna end? Like, holy fuck, bro. Like not even
Jesus.
10, not even a minute ago, I was chilling, vibing, and now I'm like underneath the water. And here's the thing, right? I don't remember everything, but what happened last thing I remember was right before I lost breath and like completely passed out. One of my friends got in front of me and like kind of arched his back in front of me to kind of like say like, "Yo, hold on to me" and all that. And I remember that was the last thing I did. I like kind of grabbed onto him, kind of like bear hugged him, and
Yeah.
then that was dude. I swear to God, that was the last thing I remember. After that, I completely passed out. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know what happened because it was so long ago, but I low key think I drowned, right?
Yeah.
Because the next thing I remember was waking up on the side of the pool where I was like laying down, my eyes open, and I'm like outside of the pool. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how am I outside the pool? Like, what happened, right? I completely forgot what happened. And I remember it was actually my best friend's dad at the time who kind of, I guess, I don't know. I think he gave me CPR. Like he was like helping me because dude, I swear to God, I passed out. Like I was gone. Like I completely was gone. Right.
Yeah.
And next thing, like I said, next time I remember, I wake up, I look over, I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like I'm out of it, dude. I'm like, I don't remember a thing. Like I was like, well, what happened? I was chilling in the pool, and now all of a sudden everyone's like this. And then here's the most terrifying part, the part that still low key kind of scars me to this day, is the fact that when I woke up, I was still next to the pool, right? I get up and I look out into the pool, and literally every kid's eyes are just like locked onto me in like fear.
Oh
They're
my
just looking at me
god.
with the most terrified eyes you've ever seen. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like, because in their eyes, man, they almost witness one of their classmates just fucking die.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And dude, I shit you not, everyone's eyes, even the parents, everyone was speechless. It was quiet. I shit you not, it was quiet. Like there was not a single sound made. Parents were looking at me, the kids were looking at me. My mom was over there too, and then eventually snapped me out of reality. She kind of like came up and hugged me and all that. And I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? And the last thing I remember was, I picked myself up. My mom kind of just, obviously thanked my best friend's dad. And
Yeah.
then that was it. I remember she just kind of picked me up. We went to the car, and this whole time I'm quiet. I don't say a word because I don't know how to feel. I was just like so out of it,
Dude,
and I
that's
was like,
fucking crazy.
I got in
Jesus.
the car, the whole car ride. I didn't say a word, man. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Dude, it scarred me, man. That shit was low-key the fucking scariest moment as well as like, I don't know. I mean, for all I know, I probably drowned, but if it weren't for my best friend's dad to come up and save my ass, man, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, man. Sorry to make it
Praise
so
him.
fucking yeah, man. Honestly, yeah, praise that guy, man. He was a
L-
fucking Chad for that.
literally, without him, you wouldn't be
I
alive.
wouldn't be on this podcast right now.
Exactly.
It was wild, man. That's one of many stories, unfortunately. And I have other stories that also involve water, but that's all I'm gonna say for now. That's probably the biggest
Yeah.
one.
We'll save the others for like another episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, my story. I have two short ones. Since yours
Okay.
was like pretty long, I'm gonna say two short ones real quick. So
Yeah, go for it.
this one I have no memory at all, but it happened apparently.
Like
So
your parents told you about it?
yeah, and
Okay.
Joey tells me a lot of like about it too. So pretty much, I was like 3 years old, right?
Gotcha.
And my hungry ass wanted McDonald's, right?
Yep.
And I loved McDonald's as a kid. You know what I mean? Like, who didn't love McDonald's? Like when
Even
they,
at 3 years old, like you knew
hell
what
yeah,
McDonald's was?
I guess so. I don't even remember when I was 3. I feel like, but
Damn.
um, so one day, my mom's like, no, no McDonald's, and obviously, I guess I didn't listen because I somehow freaking just go outside and start crawling to McDonald's, which is across the street, and I have to cross a highway,
What
right?
the okay.
So my mom starts like literally shitting bricks, like panicking, right? She runs
Right.
out like I think it was an apartment at the time, I'm not sure. I
Wait,
don't
just to
know.
make okay, you said a highway, right? So it can't be the
Yeah.
house you're in right now, right?
No, not the house. No, this is like
Okay.
in
Okay.
another like place we lived in New Jersey, I'm pretty sure. It
Gotcha.
wasn't Georgia yet, but um so anyway, yeah, I was literally crawling on the highway and my mom ran literally like that told like yelled at all the cars to stop. Like
Uh-huh.
stop the car, stop the car. Like and she literally grabbed me and I don't know what like I don't remember any of this obviously, but like when
Did you ever make it to McDonald's?
no.
Yeah. But holy shit, how you crawled in the highway at 3 years
Yes.
old?
Yep.
What were bro? Oh my
And
and you
I
said
and I
you
have no
said all your
memory of it.
parents you have no memory of it, but your
No
parents
memory.
know about it
Oh
and your
yeah,
brother.
yeah. My mom was probably that probably scarred her, to be honest. But
Dude, I have
yeah,
so many questions. Like,
go for it. Keep asking.
so okay, how for you're 3 years old,
Yes,
and how did you open? How did you even know where to go to
dude.
McDonald's? Like,
That's the thing. I do not know.
it,
Apparently, I just ended up on the highway, bro. That's the thing. Like I wish I knew. I had no memory of this, like doing any of this.
that's fucking crazy. What the hell? And okay, so like the cars, obviously there's cars on the highway. Did they
Yeah,
just like? I
they
imagine obviously that they saw you, but like, were they just? I don't even. What the fuck were they? Must have been thinking. They were like, who the fuck let this kid out in the highway? Like, what is he doing out here?
yeah. I don't know. I do not know.
Wow,
But
holy crap.
the second story I have is literally ninth grade actually,
Oh shit. Okay.
and this one's pretty short. But so it's literally the first. You remember your old house, Charlie, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So this was like the first time like I ever like I think hung out at your crib, pretty much.
Okay,
Like literally the first time we're hanging out outside of school,
for sure.
and it's probably in like September, October, who knows. But so my mom drops me off across the street, and I swore I looked both like I swear I like looked both ways, right? But
Right.
I guess I didn't see a fucking fast car zoom in right at me, and I ran to like your side, and it was probably like a second or two off from like getting hit.
Word.
Yeah, and you were literally like there too. You were outside. You probably watched it happen, probably, but I don't know if you remember.
Dude, I think I missed it because what I do remember was you coming up the stairs and just looked so like flustered. You were like panicking in a way, and I was like, "Whoa, dude, what the fuck happened?" And you were like, "Yo, dude, you won't even believe it." Like you were like, "I almost got fucking hit by the car." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, how is that even
Yeah.
possible?"
And the car like parked or like stopped in the middle of the road, like I'd say 20 feet down, just
Right.
because I probably just gave him or her a heart attack, I guess. And
Did they like did that person like yell at you or something, or like what
no,
was their reaction?
no, I was staring at the car for like a whole like probably like 20 to 30 seconds. Nothing happened, and I think they eventually drove off. It's probably because I literally
Jesus
scared
Christ.
like the living shit out of them. But
Holy.
lesson learned, guys. Avoid roads if you're me.
Oh yeah, dude, you and Rhodes just don't fucking mix. Jesus Christ, dude.
Nah, but like for real, like just make sure if you're crossing the street, if you're like jaywalking, like I do a lot, just make sure you like look both ways. Be careful, cause I almost died, or probably
Yeah.
not almost died, maybe like seriously injured, but I could have died.
Dude, that would have been
But
so bad. Like you haven't even made it to my crib yet, and I'm just out there like, "Oh my God, what happened to my friend?"
it's fucking hilarious. 'Cause it's not hilarious, but like it's ironic because like it's literally the first time I'm ever hanging out like I feel like at a friend's house and like to begin with.
Right. Yeah, no, I feel it, I feel you. Like I said, I remember you being like, all like shook up and shit. I was like, "What the hell just happened to him?"
Yeah.
But yeah, man, there you go. Pretty much stay away from pools if you don't know how to swim, which duh, you should. I don't know why I didn't learn that lesson until I almost fucking drowned. But I probably did drown, I don't even know. And then yeah, don't crawl to McDonald's when you're 3 through a highway. That's
Yep.
the takeaways from those stories.
Yup. All right.
All right, let's get off of this depressing note.
Yeah.
Uh, now we're gonna talk about embarrassing stories. Now we're gonna talk about shit that makes us
No.
cringe, man. Fucking cringe. I want the most embarrassing one you can think of because motherfucker, you know the one I'm about to tell is
I
mad
know. I know.
embarrassing.
I know.
I'm literally exposing myself out here.
Okay. Well, mine's actually similar to yours, believe it or not.
Okay,
So,
say less.
um, I'm just gonna break this off the bat. Both our stories are about shit.
Yes, sir.
That's all you gotta know. Anyway, um, so I was in kindergarten, right? I think. Yeah, I was in kindergarten. Okay, so that was about like 5 or 6 years old at the time. So I remember, I was in the morning, right? When I was a kid, I always used to have like a weird like thing where I would like hold my shit and not like shit until like later for some reason.
Like you would never want to shit in school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with me.
But
Yeah.
the thing about that as well is when I was a kid, it was at home as well. Like I just didn't want to shit in general.
Okay, that's
Dead ass, yeah.
okay. Interesting.
And so yeah, when I went on the bus, got to school, I still had a big like just log just like sticking out of my
Dude, okay, we get it. You could spare us the details.
and fucking I swear to God, I was standing up the whole day because you know how like teachers tell you to like sit down.
Okay.
I was standing up, and when they questioned me, I was like, "Oh, I just want to stand up." And I
Okay.
guess they just let me. Thank God, because like if I sat down, I would just be like,
So,
I don't have to like describe it, but like you know what I mean. You know where you know what I
so
mean.
let me get this straight. The entire day, you just decided, yeah, I'm gonna stand up. And when the teachers questioned it, you were just like, yeah, I'm just gonna stand. Sorry, I'm not sitting down. Even on the bus, like you were standing up on the bus too?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Wow. Holy shit, dude.
Dude, that shit was fucking crazy. But yeah, oh my god, yeah, I was pretty short. I didn't even realize how short that was, but yeah, that's pretty much probably the most embarrassing story ever that happened to me, I
And
guess.
I feel you, dude, because now it's my turn.
Oh shit.
Okay. He wasn't lying when he said both our stories revolves around feces, unfortunately. But you
Yeah.
gotta understand, I don't think any kid, bro, I don't think any kid around the ages of like 5, 6, or 7 has not shit themselves. Like, if you tell me you were
Nah.
like a kid and you never shit yourself, I'm not believing you even for a second. Like, you're capping out of your ass. But very well. Um, so my story, I think, takes place around kindergarten as well. Be pretty
Yeah.
embarrassing if it happened like say like last year or something. So, kindergarten, I remember. Just like Jason said, I wasn't particularly a fan of like taking shits in the schools. I don't know why. It was just never something I liked to do. Cause I guess even at that age, I was kind of like a germaphobe where I was like, dude, I don't know who's been sitting on these toilets. Like I'm not sharing a toilet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'd always hold it in until I had to go home. And yeah, dude, I swear I was always fucking constipated because like I'd go back home. Like I remember my mom would pick me up. I'd go back home and I'd fucking dash to the bathroom, bro. Like that's the first place I went without fail, man, without missing a beat. But unfortunately, one day I wasn't able to make it home. And what happened was I was in
Oh
class,
god.
and what happened, right? I'm in class. I remember it was a chill day too. We were watching a movie. Don't remember what movie, but whatever. We're like in the back area. We're watching a film, and I start get the urge of trying to poop. Right, I really had to go. Desperately had to go. Like this has been at that moment. It was probably the strongest feeling I had to poop. But like as I said, not particularly a fan of trying to like take a shit in the schools. It's just not my forte, not my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I tried with all my might, every ounce of my 6-year-old body to try and hold back this shit, dude. Everything, all right? I put everything, right?
Yeah.
But it just was not working. I failed. I could not contain it. And I remember, man, like you said, it's so nasty, bro. I swear we're gonna get demonetized. But it was practically sticking out, man. And I was like, "Oh my god, bro, I'm so fucked." I thought, man, I'm like, I'm so fucked. Like, oh, my mom's gonna like yell at me. She's probably gonna beat my ass, say I fucking shit myself. And
Oh
so to
god.
spare myself of that embarrassment, I thought, you know what, screw it, man. I sucked it up and said, "Look, I gotta use the bathroom. I know I hate it. It's not something I like doing, but I gotta do it, man. I gotta do this. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of my students or my teachers, right?"
Yep.
And so I stand up, pick myself up, walk over to the teacher's desk, and I'm like, "Miss, can I please go to the bathroom? I gotta use it." Right? And she was like, "Yeah, honey, go ahead, please. By all means." I'm like, "Thank you." After I said thank you,
Oh
everything hit the fan. All right.
no. Literally.
Literally. Literally. Because well, as soon as I put my back to her and start making my way towards the door, I lost all full. All right. And I literally dude, it was like something out of a fucking movie, man. It's like I literally pretty much shit myself right at that moment, right? And oh my god, this is so nasty, bro. I don't okay. What happened next was it traveled down my pants and it came out of my fucking pant leg and literally poked out and fucking dropped onto the floor. It dropped onto the fucking floor,
Dude, I'm
bro.
tearing up. I'm tearing up, dude.
Son, when I tell you, I went so
Oh.
fucking cold because I look down and I just see my literal shit on the floor. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucking doomed. I'm screwed. And I look at the teacher, I'm like, oh my God, has she seen this? Like, is she literally looking at me doing this? And thankfully, she was like working on like some paperwork or whatever. So she didn't see it. And I'm like, okay. I have two options, right? I have two options to run through right now. I could either let this shit on the floor and make a break for it to the bathroom and try and clean myself up and then pretend like it wasn't mine or something. I don't know. Or
Mhm.
I man up, not leave it on the floor. But what I did was pretty much, oh my God, dude. I picked it up. I picked it up from the fucking floor and I went over to the trash can that was next to the door and I dropped it in the trash can.
What about the stain that was probably there?
Not my problem. Not my problem. That's the janitor's problem at that point.
Oh no.
And so I picked it up, dropped it in the trash can, and fucking bolted to the bathroom, man. I think there were like tears coming out of my eyes because I was so fucking embarrassed.
Oh
I I
man.
I couldn't, man. I look myself in the mirror. I remember in the fucking mirror, and I'm just like, why, man? Like, why the fuck would you do this? Like, look what you've become. I was like, oh my God, it was like my origin story of becoming a villain or something. Like, it was so embarrassing, man. But whatever. I get my business done. I go back. And I think here's the funny thing, right? I think I'm safe. I low-key thought I just pulled in a Mission Impossible. I thought I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I go back to my student group, we're sitting there, we're still watching the movie. And then I remember there was a student teacher, right? Like a little helper. She helped like the teacher,
Yeah.
right? She starts smelling a little extra hard, right? She starts, like she really starts sniffing around the area. And I'm like, please don't do that. Like, please, like, please don't do that right now. And she stands up from the movie and she goes over to the teacher. And I have my ears like towards the teacher, and I start hearing their conversation. And she starts saying, like, hey, miss, do you smell that? And then she was like, oh, what is that? And then she starts moving over to like the area where like the students are sitting. And then she was like, yeah, yeah, I kind of do smell that. What is that? And dude, sweating my balls off in there, man. I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna find me out. I'm screwed. I'm probably gonna get suspended. I'm probably gonna get expelled. That's it. My career's over. I'm dead. And like, I remember too, in the back we had like a little gerbil cage where we had like our little pets, right?
Yeah.
And the two of them went over it, started smelling into the gerbil cage, seeing if it was maybe like the gerbils. And they take a smell, and all that, and then they're like, no, 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 it's not the gerbils. It's not the gerbils. We could tell that. And I'm just like, "Oh my God, dude, I can't take this." Like, I'm literally breaking. I'm, like, breaking down, man. I'm almost about to fucking start crying because it was only a matter of time until they figure it out who it is.
Yeah.
But before they could make, their discovery, the bell rang, it was class was over.
You were the first one out, were you?
I was the first one out, man. I picked up my shit. I'm like, "Alright, bye-bye. I'm gone. See you later." And I dipped, man. And, rumor has it now that piece of shit is still in that trash bucket.
Yo.
Dude, here's the thing. I never knew what happened to that poor bucket,
Yeah.
but I could just imagine the fucking janitor going through it or the teacher, and they just see a fucking dookie in that joint. Just
Oh
chilling in the oh my, it's nasty, man. I'm sorry. It's so disgusting. But
God.
yeah, there's my story. I'm
Bravo.
sorry if I disappointed you guys. I really am.
It's okay. You're only 8 years
Don't
old.
worry.
8
Don't
years
worry.
old.
Don't worry. I fixed up my act. All right. I've never done it again.
I have one more story. It's not really embarrassing, but it's about shit. Uh,
Okay.
this is literally like probably last week, right?
Oh God.
No,
Okay.
no, no, I didn't shit myself, but like
Thank
I
God,
was
man.
fucking close, my dude. Like, so it was a day I had to go to work, right? So like I woke up at
Right.
like 6:30, Um, didn't feel really like I usually like from 6:30 to 7 I just like watch videos on my phone. Then I
For
take a
sure.
shower, get ready and shit, then go to work. Um, during the car ride, I think I started feeling it like, oh, I have to shit.
Oh
And
God.
then, so once I get to work, right, it's not as bad. And honestly, it wasn't really like, I wasn't really feeling anything like, oh, I'm good. So I'm going up the stairs, going to my office, and as soon as I like put the key in the door, like, holy shit, out of
It
nowhere,
hits.
it hit like bad though. Like this was like the worst I ever felt. Like literally, I couldn't walk. I was like my back was bent. And I'm so glad no one else was in that hallway because I was walking like a fucking like weirdo. Like I was
you had like an arch in your bag. You're just
yes, yes,
you were
and
holy
this
shit.
was one I could not control, because usually like I control it, right?
For
No,
sure.
fucking was like, okay, I have to go to the bathroom now. I pick up all my shit, run to the bathroom. As soon as I sit down, I fucking explode, my dude. Holy shit! It
Did you
was the
like yell?
most. No, no. What the?
Oh God, imagine
It was the
you
most
just fucking.
relieving like feeling though. To be honest, like
Damn, lucky
holy
you,
shit.
man.
Like,
At
could
least
you
you had a
imagine I
bathroom.
shit on the floor of my office?
Oh, relax, man, relax. You would have been fired, motherfucker. You would not be able to go back to your job.
You get a new job.
You'd be blacklisted, man.
Yo, I'm fucking
Jesus, man.
dead.
Man, I feel bad for the audience, man. They just heard three shit stories back to
Yeah.
back to back.
Maybe we should switch it up, since now it's not embarrassing stories anymore. Now it's
Yes, please.
the final
Yes, please.
topic for today's video. It is um funny stories. We just two random funny stories that we thought of that happened, and I'll
Funny
let you go
stories, right?
first. I'll let you go first. Yeah, you can go first.
All right, cool, cool, cool. There's plenty of stories I can think of, but the first one that comes to mind that honestly, man, even to this day, thinking about it, I still laugh my ass off. Remember I even brought it up
Like,
when we were at the
yeah,
same, yeah, like at least 2 weeks ago, when we were at the same place. I'm like, yo, guys, remember that spot?
yeah,
Okay, so, dude, when was this? Was this sophomore year?
probably. Yeah, it was probably sophomore year, to be
Let's say
honest.
sophomore year. All right, so we're sophomores. It was Jason, me, Lewis, and another friend of ours. We went to the mall, right? I'm not gonna say. Should I say the mall exactly? Like which one or?
Fuck it. Who what? Who cares?
Yeah. Okay. So we pulled up to Woodbridge Mall, right? I think it was like a Friday or a Saturday afternoon or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and so we pulled up. We were chilling, just looking some stores, seeing what's going on. And I even remember, dude. Remember this was around like Christmas time,
Mhm.
if you remember. Like in the bottom floor, like there was like uh that guy wearing the Santa costume, and like kids were like crowding around him and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a really like jolly season, right? And what happened was I remember we were at the one end of the mall, and we were just kind of like looking down at like the Santa and seeing him like take pictures with the kids or whatever.
Mhm.
And I don't know who thought of this, all right? You could probably fill me in, but I don't remember who said this or who came up with the idea, but someone in our group was just like, "Hey, bro, last one to the other side of the mall is gay."
Oh no.
Like that's it. That's all they said. No context, no nothing. Just like, hey, they just looked at us. I, pr-
It was probably either me or Edwin, to be honest.
you think so?
Probably.
Dude, I don't remember. Probably, but they said that, and everyone just unanimously looks at them and is like, bet. And
Pet.
so we start bolting. We start running because we were like one end of the mall, and we start running to the other side. So we start. Okay, we didn't start like flat out sprinting. We started kind of like speed walking our way. So we're like speed walking, like we're running down the mall, blah blah blah. Eventually, when we're like at the halfway point, is when we completely just said, "Fuck it, no holds barred. We're going for it." Because none of us wanted to be labeled gay, I guess. And no problem being gay. Like that's your thing, man. I'm not trying to say it, but none of us were, we didn't swing that way at that time, right?
Just we were 15 and mature. That's all you need
Yeah,
to know.
exactly. And so we start running and we start dipping, right? Everyone's like sprinting, everyone's going crazy. And I remember one person had made it. I think it was Edwin. I think he made it first,
Yeah.
I believe. And then I was hot on his trails. I make it next. So I'm chilling. Both of us were chilling. So it was between you and Lewis. And you guys were right on each other's heels. You guys were right next to, like, neck to neck, right next to each other. And you start running and running and running. And I remember, Jason, you pulled some fucking shenanigans because here's the thing, right? Little story. Where we were meeting up at the end, the store, it was called Boss Scores, right? That's the one. It's all the way at the end. And we were on the second floor. Now, if you know that store, especially on the second floor, the entrance is a bunch of just pots, pans, uh, all that shit you use to cook, right? The shit that makes a lot of noise.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And so when Edwin, like I said, Edwin and me had made it. It was between you and Lewis. You guys are so close, right? It was literally it was gonna be a fucking. It was really close to see who was gonna make it. But then you trip Lewis at the last second. You trip Lewis, and you make it over, and Lewis just bolts into the fucking pots and pans. He just barrel rolls into it. He just like boom, just dude. And when I tell you,
Let's
man,
fucking go.
that shit created such a loud ass noise. Like all the pots and pans just fell to the ground. It was just insanity, bro. Insanity. We made so much fucking noise. There was people just looking at us like, whoa, what the fuck? Like I even heard some dudes like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yo,
And it
I
was
heard
like,
that too. I heard that too. No, I heard one person say as well, like, "Oh my god."
yeah, dude, it was a worker. He saw the shenanigan play out and he was like, oh, come on, guys, really? And I was like, oh my God. Dude, we picked up Lewis. We just bolted. We got out of that store. We went all the way to the first floor and we were trying to get out. And dude, I don't know if you remember, but I remember you were
I
panicking,
was
dude.
shitting bricks. I was
Like,
scared that day, dude.
I remember we were like, bro, we're gonna go to jail, cuz. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, we're gonna go to jail, bro. It's over for us. And I'm just there, like, bro, relax. You know, nothing's gonna happen. We fucked up, but it's all good, man. Don't worry. And I remember
I
you were like,
remember that.
no, dude, it's over, man. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're going to jail.
I remember like when we saw a security guard, I was like panicking, like guy, and you guys are like, "No, it's fine. We're fine. We're fine." And we just walked to the car and we dipped.
Yeah, man, I swear. But we left that place fucked, dude. Like at least 20 pots and pans just fell to the ground, making the biggest noise you could ever imagine.
Oh my god, it was that shit was a
Oh
fucking
my
good
God.
memory. Good memory though.
It was fucking crazy, man.
Who
Fucking
picked us
crazy.
up that day?
I
Was
think it
it
was my
like
dad.
your dad? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Um, dude, you know what's crazy to think about? How like, remember like how we used to always ask like our parents and shit just to like go anywhere and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean we didn't have cars at the time.
Hell yeah. It's just time really fucking just like fucking move fast, bro. That's just crazy.
100%.
But anyways, it is now the final story of the episode, and this one's fucking amazing. So, one day in July of 2021, right? Or August. I think it was someday in the summer. That's all. I'm pretty sure nobody cared. Yeah. So the day before we were planning. I said like planning something to do the next day,
Right.
and I said let's go to LBI. And you guys are like, oh my god, wait, actually, yeah, we're all down for that. Let's go. Cause I mentioned like there's a water park there, there's arcade, there's like a little boardwalk, some like
Good
cool
food too.
good food, yeah, a lot of cool stuff over there. So the next day we all woke up mad early, like around like 8 a.m. and I think it was Alex and Joey, right? Did we take two cars that day or was it just one
It had
car?
to be. It had to be two cars.
Okay, so Alex and Joey probably just drove us there. It was like an hour and 30 minutes or something like that. Nothing crazy. But once we get there, um, oh yeah, it definitely was two cars actually. I think I went with Alex. So me and Alex were just like, I think just sitting near the bay, just like waiting for you guys to pull up because I think Joey was driving you guys there.
Uh-huh.
And um, once you guys arrive, we all meet up. We all decide to go to eat first, right? I'm pretty sure.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so we ate at like one of like um thing is with LBI there's like there's a thing called Fantasy Island where that's like where all like the cool stuff is like there's an arcade, there's even some rides as well. I forgot to mention that. There's like
Oh yeah, I remember
they're
those.
not like crazy or anything, but I
They're all
guess
right.
they're all right, yeah. There's rides, water park, arcade, and good food all in like one like little area, and it was just a cool place. And there was also a bunch of shops like up like near the boardwalk and stuff. So yeah, that's where we ate. Then after that, we pretty much went to go to the water park. So this is where it all comes to like.
This is where the shenanigans go down.
Yeah. So we all get our like little passes and stuff. And fucking all right. me and Alex are kind of like pussies in a way.
Okay.
So our wristbands weren't like, or no, it wasn't our wristbands. Duh, it was our locker. We were having a fucked up situation for our locker, right? And me and him were like arguing, like, oh, who's gonna tell the worker? Oh, you do it. No, you do it. You do it. And we just had like probably like 5 minute argument. Like, okay, who's telling? Come on, come on, come on. We gotta brew some balls.
Right, right.
And literally like, so he ended up doing it, right? And he eventually fixed our key, but then it fucks up again. Like something's wrong with the locker.
Oh
so
God.
so I go up to a worker and we fixed that all up. But that's like just that's a little funny like thing to happen, but there's even like the funniest part to come. Um so once we're all going on, like the slides and stuff, we're having a good time. So here's the thing, right? There's 6 slides. Like there's and they're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some are like very fast. Some are like where one of them is like completely dark. And so my friend Ismail, right? He's a little bit on the big side. No offense, no offense, but he he decides to go down one of the slides, right? And I think we raced each other, right? So we're going down. I beat him, right? I see Alex at the bottom, like of the pool, like where the slide ends. I'm like,
Right.
yo, where's Ismail? And then we both turn around and we see. I can't even talk, bro. This is hilarious. We just see Ismail not even on, cause like I forgot to mention the most important part. They give us tubes, right?
Oh my
And
God, I remember now.
yeah, like you're supposed to sit in like these little like tube things, and then you go down the slide. You just don't go. You can't go down the slide without that like tube you sit in.
Yeah, you literally need it.
Yeah, you literally need it. So what we see is Ismail not in a tube, right? We see him just like slowly coming down the slide, and then the tube just fucking behind him. Like he's holding onto it for dear life, and then comes down the slide, and me and Alex just look at each other. We're just fucking dead. We are fucking dying, dude.
I remember I was like on the outside of the pool and I just see you guys waiting. I'm like, whoa, what are you guys waiting for? And then I look over to the slide and I just see Ismail fucking struggling to go down the slide. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And here's the funny thing, right? As soon as he got off of the slide, after what felt like a lifetime, he got
Yeah,
off of it, and there was just some kid who, like, not even a second after he gets off the slide, some kid like zooms right past. So like,
I remember
had
that.
Ismail waited like another 2, 3 more seconds on the slide, he would have just been curbsided by a fucking 7-year-old kid on the back. Like, dude, like he was zooming too. I remember like
Yeah.
it was not even like 2 seconds after Ismail jumped off the slide, and the just kid just zooms right past him. I
Oh
was like,
my
oh my god,
fucking
dude.
god. That
He
shit.
just
No.
he just saved himself from that shit.
Yeah, I remember like, dude, that shit was fucking hilarious. That shit's printed into my brain. That shit was so funny.
Fucking hilarious, man. Just oh my god.
Uh,
Christ almighty. But yeah, there you go, everyone. Those are some of our life-threatening, embarrassing, and funny stories.
yes, sir.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know we did. I mean, some of them.
Some
Some of
of
them
them,
I
yeah.
really, really wish never to forget. And I really put myself on the fucking line here, bro.
It's
Like,
okay. It's okay, man. You were 8 years old.
I know, but I'm still disappointed today. You know it's had an impact on me if I still feel like shit.
Yeah, I know.
No pun intended. But yeah.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna have more episodes like this. Like we're just gonna talk about random stories. I think that's honestly like fun just because we have a lot of stories we want to talk about.
Hell yeah.
And why not dedicate a whole episode into just like random stories? I think that's like awesome. And next next week's episode is gonna have Lewis, so stay tuned
Yes,
for
sir.
that. It's good. The whole episode's probably gonna be about just like the Spider-Man movie, everything about Spider-Man, to be honest,
Hell yeah.
and
Can't
just
wait for
like
that one.
other stuff. Yeah, but yeah,
No, that one's gonna be amazing.
yes,
Definitely
sir.
stay tuned for that one. That one's gonna be great.
Yep. And anyway, thank you all for watching, and see you in the next one.